Italian. She has worked in Nigeria for 35 years. And if you know Nazareth School, she built it. Yeah, she's the Reverend Sister who built it. And so the Pope has honored her, given her a medal, you know. So we also presented her with a medal today. So you can see that today actually is a very festive day, and the community now, outside now, I think they have prepared the different zones of the parish have prepared their food or whatever. And so after the celebration, the mass, now we are going to go out there to celebrate this day together with the community. And so this is essentially what this is about. And of course, this is happening, the eve of the new year. And so again, tonight we shall be coming back. People go back to churches in order to thank God for the year ending and to usher us into the new year. So you can see that today is indeed a day of joy, a day of to thank God for and to celebrate.
Very historically.
Yes, it is.
Let's take your expectation for 2024.
Well, our expectation is that we live in hope, and our hope is that the incoming year will be better than the last year. This is always our hope. But you see, hope is hope. But if the Hausa people have been saying that if the Friday's market, you will begin to see the signs that it will be a good market maybe on Wednesday, Thursday, then you begin to see things gathering, and then you know that this is going to be a market. And I think where we are, I am not pessimistic, but given the kind of policies we have on the ground, even right now, Nigerians are still suffering from cash crunch. Nigerians who have money in the bank, a lot of people who have money in the bank, you go to the bank to withdraw your money, that you are told there's no cash. And therefore, and tomorrow is a new year. So I don't know what policies already we have in place that will make us think that the new year will be better than the old year. But like I said, we live in hope. We have been told time without numbers by the president and his call, our governors, our leaders, that we make sacrifices today so that tomorrow will be good. Yes, we make sacrifices today. But I think our problem with our leadership, political leadership, they are asking ordinary Nigerians to make sacrifices, whereas they are living their normal life. They are buying SUVs costing millions of naira for one individual. And here are Nigerians suffering. Many Nigerians are dying of hunger. Many Nigerians are dying of unnecessarily of diseases that can, because of lack of facilities and other things. So yes, we are hopeful that next year will be better. But then you see, God uses human beings to be able to bring good things, and to bring progress. So we want our government not only to tell the Nigerians to make sacrifices, let Nigerians also see them making the sacrifices. They passed the budget yesterday. And when it was presented, we saw, every Nigerian saw the kind of money that they are going to spend on things that are non-essentials, It's rather unfortunate. We thought that this government will come in with the problems that Nigerians have experienced, that will scale down the overhead cost and give more attention to capital projects. But we are seeing that things are, are not going the direction Nigerians want, and even more so. We are already a debt burden country, and plenty of, in the last, since the president came on board, initially he told us that he's not going to be borrowing. Now, the borrowing has gone, if you look at, our foreign reserve, it's going down all the time. And therefore, as the more it goes down, the more the value of our naira goes down. And therefore, the harder life becomes for Nigerians. So we are simply saying that if they really want to change things, then I think they have to begin with themselves. The leaders, the extravagant life that they are living, I think they have to scale it down. Let Nigerians see, and therefore we know that at least our leaders are giving us a good example. But when they tell the ordinary Nigerians to endure the sacrifice, to make sacrifice, to be patient, and then we see them living big and even bigger than normal, So I think it is something that they need to address. Yes.
Thank you very, very much.
Yes.
Okay, before they switch, the question I want to ask you is just a simple question. What do you think is the role of the church in making sure that government listen to the people?
Well,
Because it's one thing for us to like say this is what we expect from government, but what pressure can the church, that can the Catholic Church and
I,
other churches?
I don't think we have, you know, the church is the church is not a civil society group. We have civil societies. What is their role? Our civil society are supposed to. We as religious leaders, our own is to point out the moral. You know, if things are bad, you know, it's for us to point out to the government. But those who will, I mean, those who put pressure on the government are the civil societies. You know, so our own is to point out, to say when things are wrong, when there's immorality, where the things are not being done the way, you know, according to our various religious tenets, they will call the attention of the government. But as to holding the government to the, I mean, accountable, it is a work of the civil society. And that is wherever you see things working, wherever you see strong nations, civil society groups are very strong. And therefore, when they speak, the government doesn't take them for granted, you know, because they can mobilize people against them. You know, as a church, we can mobilize people against the government. It is not our work, because our work is to bring peace. For example, if there's conflict between the civil society group and the government, that is why we come in as religious leaders, you know, to say, look, let us look at it. What is wrong? And let us, you know, let us try and
Because why I ask the question is after the Lagos, the Lekki massacre,
yes,
the NSAS,
yes,
which was organized by civil society, the government accused the civil society of being opposition.
yes,
And in other states of the federation, this protest also took place.
yes, yes.
But at the end of the day, when the civil society are being suppressed, we expect religious organizations like the Catholic Church, the Jamaatul Islamiyah, and others to rise up to the occasion.
There
But we
is
hardly
no
hear
way.
them.
There is no way the civil society group can allow itself to be suppressed by the government. They are civil society, they are independent body. You know, they are an independent body. The government doesn't pay their bills. Okay, and look, there is nowhere in the world that freedom has never been given on the plate of gold, and therefore people have given their lives for the cause what they know to be right, and therefore civil rights people, the Martin Luther's and whatever, you know, the Nelson Mandela's. He went to prison for for how many years? Eventually, he won, and therefore, civil society they must never allow government to cow them down. It is their role, and even it means if they are locked up, the people people now know. They will now know that the church will come in and say these people have been locked up. But when they are cowed down, sometimes you know when the government speaks and they are afraid, or maybe sometimes some of them, I mean, unfortunately, this is the Nigerian situation. They cave in because they have been settled, you know, ask them to keep quiet and then they keep quiet. So I think it is the work of the civil society. And if they are really prepared, then they will be ready. They have to go the whole hog, you know, whatever it takes, you know, because it is through them that really our society will reach where we want it to reach.
Yeah.